Shout out to all of our amazing sponsors who make Earn Your Happy possible. Thank you, Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial period for your online store at shopify.com/happy. Quince, get high quality clothing and home essentials for radically low prices. Go to quince.com/earn for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. And to BetterHelp, get 10% off your first month of online therapy at betterhelp.com/Lori today. We also have HelloFresh. Get free breakfast for life delivered to your door at HelloFresh.com/free earn. And Found. Try Found, the new kind of business banking for free at found.com/earn. Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I'm doing something really fun this week for you guys. So at the end of some of my podcast interviews that I do, I have the guest kind of hold something back. Maybe it's their biggest life tip. Maybe it's their biggest marketing hack. And we do something called bonus content. And today I'm compiling a couple of my favorite pieces of bonus content from two incredible people that we are sharing for you today on this quickie. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this format because I would love to bring you even more bonus content. So let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the bonus round with Dr. Amy Shaw. And she held back during our incredible podcast, which was so good that we just wrapped up. But you're going to tell everyone the signature way that you tell everyone to start their morning. What is that?
It's called the 3F morning. Now, it's not the F's that you're
3F, we like this. Okay, keep going.
So if you want to start, when I work with people, it's really overwhelming, right? People say like, oh my God, there's so many different things. Like, just tell me the 3 things I need to do every morning to make sure that I have a healthy, energized, hormone-friendly, gut-friendly day. And so the first F is fasting, okay? Fasting means that not going on a 24-hour, 5-day, 6-day fast. It's just fasting overnight, like we talked about with circadian rhythms, 12 to 14 to 15 hours. We just want you to get used to not eating right when you're going to bed and right the second you wake up.
Like when the sun is out. If the sun is out, you're safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, just give it a 12-hour break. If you're not sure, do 7 to 7, 6 to 6, 8 to 8. That's a really nice way to start. So you want to break from food. And it sounds so easy, but most people are eating 16 plus hours a day. So it is a stretch to do 12. So it's definitely a fast. The second F is fitness. And I love to get some sunlight first thing in the morning. It's been really hard with these cold mornings, but even if you can just get 2 minutes of a movement in, surprisingly, that makes a difference.
It's life-changing.
Go outside, get some sunlight, go for a quick walk or just do some stretching if you don't have time. Up to 20 minutes. Sometimes if it's really cold, I'll give you the hack. It's just get the 2 minutes of sunlight and then go to the gym. First, when you get to the gym, walk around for a couple of minutes before you go in, because getting that natural sunlight, getting the body moving is a great way to get your body ready. If you think about it, thousands of years ago, we didn't just roll out of bed and have our first, meal. You want to move your body a little bit, get some sunlight, get some.
We had to go chase our food.
Yeah, there you go.
We had to go find it.
Yes, you had to juice. You weren't just having a Pop-Tart right out of bed. And then the third F is the food. You want high fiber, fermented, and high protein breakfast. So the food aspect is that first meal of your day is going to make you or break you. And this has been, for me, such a game changer and for everybody I've worked with. So that first meal, high protein, high fiber, and fermented.
Give me an example of what you eat in the morning.
So an egg scramble with veggies, and then maybe you have a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, or maybe you have a probiotic cottage cheese or yogurt, or maybe you have a spoon of sauerkraut, whatever. So
what have you noticed with that? What changed for you?
Energy levels, cravings, and mood. Okay. You'll notice,
I'm sold. We're good.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the mood, because protein, the fermented food, because we're feeding our gut bacteria, and the fiber, because again, we're feeding that gut bacteria. So you want to have, and that first meal is your best chance, honestly, to get those 3 things in a meal, right?
So eggs, apple cider vinegar is easy. And what was the fiber?
Veggies, a veggie scramble.
Okay.
So you could do a tofu scramble if you don't eat eggs. You can do egg scramble, add spices, add veggies to get that fiber. And then have a little bit of probiotics. So whether it's a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of probiotic cottage cheese, a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, but add that little fermented piece to it because that can really up the bacteria in your gut, which is what we're trying to grow. And then you start your day as you
Amazing. Okay, well, that is like if that's the place you guys got, if you're confused at all, like that is the most beautiful, basic, simple place to start. I love that so much. And she's thinking about adding a fourth F, but we'll see.
We're debating.
We're debating how that'll be taken. But thank you again for coming on. You guys go into the show notes. You can check out everything that she has. She also has that 15-day challenge, and we will see you in the next podcast. Bye, everyone. So welcome back. You are in the bonus content with Kat Norton, Miss Excel and Miss Optimize.
Hey.
And you are going to share with us what?
So this is one of my biggest tips when it comes to energy management. Now, when we're talking about energy management, you may be already familiar with the concept of time management, right? We all have the same 24 hours in the day. We got our time blocks. However, energy management is how we are showing up in that time block. Are we showing up at 30%? Are we showing up at 60%? Or are we hitting that 100% mark? And this is my trick for really getting in there and showing up at 100% in those time blocks. Now, the first thing that I do is typically on a Sunday night, I will map out all the tasks that I have for the week. And I will mark them as either left-brained or right-brained activities. Now, what this means. So we got two hemispheres of the brain.
Yep.
The left side of the brain is the one responsible for thinking about the past. It's thinking about the future. It's analyzing. It's crunching numbers. It's your spreadsheets. It's your to-do list. It's your hair in a bun, iced coffee, sitting there knocking shit out type of vibe there.
Okay.
And then we got the right side of the mind. The right side of the mind is in the present. It is in the now. It is where you can get those creative downloads so much more easily if you're in a right brain dominant state. Now, we flip back and forth between left brain dominant and right brain dominant. However, it is really hard to do in the moment. And this is something I see so many people making the mistake of, especially in a corporate setting, where typically, you know, if you're in a corporate job, you're like left brain dominant all damn day. Like I'd wake up left brain dominant, go to bed left brain dominant, analyzing everything. And then your boss will try to set a little calendar invite on there being like, let's have a 30-minute brainstorming session. And you're like, how am I supposed to think of this $1 million idea and just flip back into the right side of the mind? It's not as efficient and you're not showing up at that 100% mark. So what I do is I'll brain dump all my tasks. I'll mark them as left brain or right brain activities. And then I will time block my calendar by the activity type. So for example, I do it even by the entire day. So I'll have a full day where I'm just like my get shit done day. And I will go through and be cranking through that to-do list. And then I'll have my other days where they're my creative flow state days. I will not wake up and check my email. I won't check social media. I will get out and take a walk. I'll meditate. I'll be grounding. And then by the time I sit down with that notebook and I'm trying to get those creative downloads, it's all pouring through and I'm operating at that 100% mark. So being able to break out my day. Now, if you're like, Kat, this sounds great, but like maybe I don't have control over my day. I don't have control over my whole schedule. Like, I can't just take my creative brainstorm day. So what I would recommend doing is at least getting in like a 3-hour time block if you can with these different activities when it comes to, you know, structuring out your schedule. Because for me, I could tell you it takes me 2 hours to get into a creative flow state. I have to just be in that state and then things will start pouring out. And I'd argue too, if you're like, Kat, well, I'm not creative. I get this all the time. Like I would argue that every single person is creative. You just don't leave the space for creativity to happen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Whenever I give myself the space, which it is 3 hours plus, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could stay here all the time because it just flows. And you do have to just allow yourself to get into it and fight in the it's a little bit of a fight in the beginning and you have to trust. So I love that you shared that.
Yeah.
Okay. I am so grateful for you. Where can people find you, follow you, all the things?
Yes. You can find me at miss.excel if you're in need of some tech tips, and then miss.optimize for tips on everything else.
Thank you so much for coming on. You guys, thank you so much for joining in for the bonus content. And make sure you go find Kat, follow her, because she's got so much fun stuff coming up with Miss Optimize as well. And we will see you on the next podcast. Bye, everyone.